at the convent. The 98-year-old Mother Superior was on her deathbed, and other nuns were gathering around saying, "Mother, how can we help?" And she said, "Bring me some more milk." And they did that, and she said, "Ooh, I just don't like it. It doesn't taste very good." And so one nun, she was kind of creative. She went and she found a bottle of whiskey, and she poured some whiskey into that milk, and she gave it to the Mother Superior. She had a sip, and pretty soon her eyes kind of got a little bigger, and she had another sip, and then another. Pretty soon she was pretty happy. And finally one nun came up and said, "Mother Superior, can you give us any last words of wisdom before you pass into heaven?" And she said, "Don't sell that cow." Just saying. Let me share some stuff with you today in Ottawa, Canada. They have what's called an all-party women's caucus. Have you ever heard of an all-men's caucus? I haven't. Just wanted to share that with you. Oh, by the way, guess who founded it? Left-wing women. There's not one MP in there from the right side, which would be the conservative side. You have all of the left-wing kind of wacko women there running it, but it's just for them. And what are they trying to figure out? I mean, they're already kind of hired, aren't they? Why don't you do it under the under that umbrella, NDP. That's communist for short, I guess, and that would be the leader, Thomas Mulcair in Canada. He says, "If I'm elected to government," he says, he looked a little confused as he was saying all of this. He says, "I'm going to bring back the long gun registry if it's possible. We need to follow every gun in the country." Well, it shouldn't be a problem. I'm sure every criminal and crook would be happy to comply. Just put that registry in place there, you dumb person, and give them all a call, get some headlines, and I'm sure they're all going to race down and just say, "Here's my number." Get over yourself. Haven't you got a mind? I mean, bad people won't do that. I tell you what, though, when all the criminals hand their guns in, give me a call and I'll bring mine over too. And then we can have a place without a gun anywhere. Kind of sounds like prison or heaven. Good grief. Ontario's Liberal government recently has introduced legislation to create a mandatory provincial pension plan. You people are too stupid to look after yourself, so we're going to make it law that we take your money every month from your paycheck and have this mandatory thing. What they don't talk about here, of course, is who's going to administer that. They'll have to hire, 1,000 people to do it, and they'll eat up most of the pension money anyway, and they'll charge you more for taxes so they can look after your pension that they'll mess up. Left-wing governments don't have minds. I mean, they just make me crazy. Here's a woman. She's a little left-wing also. Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. It's the capital of British Columbia on the island. Beautiful city. It's a very English city. Victoria, the name even, is named after a monarch, Queen Victoria. And now the new mayor says, "I don't like the Queen so much, and I am not going to swear an oath to the Queen. However, as a good gesture to the First Nations people, I will say, when I'm swearing in my oath thingamadoo, that the Indians have suffered tremendous dislocation." Blah, blah, blah. She's got all kinds of verbiage here. What? What about all the white people? We've kind of had some suffering too in our lives. Why did you talk about us? This is just stupid. More stupid. Okay, I'm always reminded of a little cartoon that I saw years ago with a little Wizard of Oz thing, and the king and the guard came rushing in, and he said, "The peasants are revolting," and the king said, "I'll say." That kind of brings me to the Wild Rose Party in Alberta. You know what? Vote. But if revolt, if the ones voted for are revolting. That would kind of be the Wild Rose Party. I mean, imagine those people, 9 of them, crossing the floor. They should all be in jail so far you gotta feed them with a slingshot. I mean, that's awful. I mean, I spoke to my brother about this, that he lives in Edmonton. And I said, "What's your thoughts on that?" He said, "I want my money back." That was his first thing. It kind of made me laugh, and I got thinking about it. Of course, I mean, he's given money. So many people have given money, millions and millions of dollars to the Wild Rose Party. The people who took and used your money crossed the floor. A little bit of robbery sound there, wouldn't you think? New York, they're confiscating guns there from owners deemed mentally unstable. Gun owners can be identified by physicians, psychiatrists, registered nurses, or licensed clinical social workers as unfit. And a long list of all their things here, but I got one that they should add: politicians, left-wing politicians. They shouldn't be allowed to have a gun. Hey, 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 you all come back, because they're dangerous people. You come back tomorrow, we'll get more for you from the right. See ya.